Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning it is. I am sitting with Paul Fletcher.
Hey, you know what? Let's start Monday off right. Happy Centenarians Day. I think anybody that's 100, it should be every day. But
I spent a little time with my Aunt Mary Lou last weekend before this past one. She is 100, so I'm thinking of Mary Lou Hayes today.
There you go. I like it.
Ryder.
That's what every centenarian sounds like.
There it is.
That sounds like me on Mondays when I have to get up.
Happy birthday to Mr. Ryder's grandma is still with us, 100 years old and kicking it.
Wow.
Happy Grandma Bonnie. Happy Centenarians Day.
Man, that's
pretty
fantastic.
Awesome. Yes.
Right on.
Wow, that's great.
Well, all right then. We're up and rolling. Let's get to it. I'm feeling Minnesota. Paul, give me some headlines.
If you're looking for some Oktoberfest as the leaves are starting to change, if you need some of that in your life, maybe head down to New Ulm's Oktoberfest. It has been named one of the best celebrations in the nation. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. You know what? It's still there. Mute me for a second, would you?
I'll be happy to. There he goes.
Oh, we still heard it.
I thought I got it out. Yeah, well, I did my best. Anyway, it's been named one of the best celebrations in the nation by USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. Last year it was 10th, so it's up to 7th, and it's the 5th time since 2017. So apparently, the people in New Ulm know how to do an Oktoberfest. It takes place across the city over the first 2 weekends in October.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to get on the wagon.
You called it New Ulm. It has to be a good Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
that's right.
So. Exactly.
Shells is down there, yeah. ABC and Disney are in talks to restore Jimmy Kimmel Live after the show is suspended indefinitely. Major ABC affiliates, including groups like Nexstar and Sinclair, pulled the shows from their lineups, calling Kimmel's monologue offensive and insensitive. While specific terms have not been made public, sources say that Disney and Kimmel are working toward a compromise that would allow the show's return.
Okay.
Do you know, have you seen the numbers?
Of
what do you mean the numbers?
Something like $4 billion lost since the show.
I saw that number and I thought it was suspect. And then I looked into it a little bit more and I'm like, I remember that money is just a promise from a computer. It's not real anymore.
That's right.
The FTC is suing Live Nation and Ticketmaster. The lawsuit alleges that the two giants engage in illegal practices that harm artists and consumers. The FTC accuses Live Nation and Ticketmaster of violating the Bots Act by enabling brokers to circumvent ticket purchase limits and resell tickets at inflated prices. The FTC claims that Live Nation and Ticketmaster profit from ticket fees at multiple stages: when brokers purchase tickets, when they resell them, and when consumers buy the resold tickets.
Other news, water is wet. I love that they're accusing them of doing things that they blatantly do in the open every day.
And have been for 40, 50 years.
I accuse you of being...
Yeah, of breathing aloud. As part of the Artemis 2 mission, which is launching in 2026, NASA is inviting the public to submit their names to be included on a micro SD card aboard the Orion spacecraft for free. The idea is to connect millions of people to the first crewed lunar mission in over 50 years. Anyone who submits their name to NASA's official website before December 31st gets the moon trip and a personalized boarding pass from NASA, which a Gorman in the Morning super nerd, Paul Fletcher, has already done.
There's something wrong with me when you say the first crewed flight to the lunar or whatever, and I immediately picture Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee in the rocket.
Nice.
What?
Yes, crude.
It's
like
the first
nasty.
crewed mission.
Fair enough.
How many times do you think Seymour Butts is going to end up on this plane?
Oh, he's gonna be well represented.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? And if you want to be a nerd like me, I've got a link up on our Instagram. You can go see my stupid boarding pass that I collected, and there's an easy link there to go do it for yourself.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Make as many Uranus jokes as we can.
never enough. Yesterday, the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh my God!
Where to begin? They won a football game. They won a football game by 38 points, in which their opponent scored 10, which means we scored 48 points. Carson Wentz in a minute. We'll get to you, bud.
Yeah.
For everyone saying to themselves somewhere around the second quarter, who is Isaiah Rodgers? Isaiah Rodgers, a 6th-round pick in the 2020 draft by the Indianapolis Colts, spent 3 seasons as a reserve, suspended for the 23 season for violating the NFL's gambling policy.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Signed with the Eagles for 24. played a little bit, and then came here this year in March.
Wow.
Brian Flores has been tracking him since he went to UMass all those years ago. And Flores, as soon as he saw that he was a free agent, was like, there's something about this kid I like.
Okay.
You think? Isaiah Rodgers, before halftime, made history. The first player ever to return an interception.
Browning, scanning, throwing, picked off. Intercepted by Isaiah Rodgers, and he's racing down the sideline, and he will not be caught going the distance.
First player in an NFL game to ever return an interception for a touchdown. Oh, and then a fumble for a touchdown.
Lost the football. It's Rodgers again, off and running. Oh, my goodness. He runs it back for a second touchdown today.
Forced that fumble, picked it up and ran it back. Oh, and then he forced another fumble. That's right, a pick six, a fumble return for a touchdown, 2 fumbles forced, all before halftime.
I mean, think about it. He was the defensive player of the week by halftime of the early games.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely incredible. But then there's Carson Wentz, who came in after the game. Kevin O'Connell said he played point guard for us, which is actually pretty apt.
Yeah.
So again, 6th team in 6 seasons. Carson Wentz finally suits up for his childhood favorite Minnesota Vikings and looked like an NFL quarterback and reminded everybody that we drafted a kid a year ago from Michigan, and I can't remember his name already. Carson Wentz, welcome to the spotlight, baby.
Wow.
He was doing so well, they put your favorite chess player, Max Brosmer, in at the end there.
Amazing. I mean, Wentz played 3 quarters of football. That's it. Max Brosmer from the U came in, got on the field. It was just a silly game. It just every time by halftime I was just flipping around and not really paying attention because I was like, this is just crazy.
It's over. Yeah.
But you know what? It's a hell of a start, and now with 2 games out of the country against teams that can be beaten, who knows? Maybe,
why not?
This team might very well be 4-1 before you know it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think Vikings are undefeated overseas.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. They most certainly are.
All right, well, let's bring that home with us.
Let's first things first for the Minnesota Lynx. On Saturday, Nafisi Collier was not named MVP of the league. That went to Asia Wilson for the 4th time. And she picked up 51 of 72 first-place votes. No shade. She had an amazing season. Fee was actually, the injury that kept her out for a few weeks probably played a part of this.
Yeah.
Afterwards, she said, look, I'm still focused on the championship. I want to win the MVP, of course, but the championship is what I really want. Good news. Yesterday, the Lynx kicked off the semifinals against Phoenix with a 82-69 victory. Down 7 at the half. They, as they like to do, flipped a switch in the third quarter and came roaring back. A very exciting second half of basketball. The Lynx put Phoenix in the rear view. Game 2 Tuesday night in Minneapolis before they head for Game 3 on Friday.
Love that.
For the first time ever, the WNBA Finals this year will be best of 7. So we've got a lot of basketball left, which is pretty cool. The Minnesota Twins, for the last time on a Monday, we'll probably discuss the Twins for a while. They did win yesterday.
Hey.
They avoided a 4-game sweep to Cleveland. They rallied for a 6-2 victory, and that's really all you need to know. Yeah. They got 3 in Texas, 3 in Philly, and then they get the golf clubs out and go south and have a good time.
That's right.
It's almost over.
Yeah.
It's almost over. Hey, South St. Paul. What's up, South St. Paul?
Home of the late, great Doug Woog.
Nice. Oh, hey, Doug.
Yeah, Doug
we miss
Woog.
you, buddy. Hardly knew ye.
Correct. Hell of a hockey coach.
I believe you.
A lot of years at the University of Minnesota. Heck yeah.
It is Monday, so we're going to put together a Monday morning mixtape, as we like to do around here. How about this? How about a Monday morning mixtape, Carson Wentz locker room celebration songs?
Okay.
What songs would be most appropriate to be played? What songs did he dial in? However you want to interpret that. Carson Wentz locker room celebration songs. 651-989-ROCK. Hit us up. Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. We're putting together a Monday morning mixtape, Carson Wentz locker room celebration songs. My man is 1-0 as a Minnesota Viking, and what a big one it was. Great day for Skull Nation, as they say. Sure. What songs is Carson Wentz celebrating with? Ryder, what do you think? What comes to mind first?
Well, of course, we've got 6 teams, 6 starts, 6 years. So,
well played.
Iron Maiden, 666. He's probably very religious, and I feel like he maybe likes country music, but that's still my pick.
No, I like that. I just like imagining that he did dial that one up in the locker room. The looks on his teammates' faces. What the hell is wrong with this boy?
And the math checks out.
Well, sure it does.
100%, yeah.
Fletcher, first things to come to mind?
So the first one that came to my mind, it was a big game. He was good, getting to play for his childhood team.
Sure.
And with Rogers' game that he had, I would say it was all once in a lifetime.
Well, there you have it. Not going to happen twice. I like that.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, all right.
I'd like to think this would be all right in the locker room, I'm thinking.
That always works. My first thought was Carson Wentz, not only is he celebrating the win, but he's already looking ahead to November 2nd, and he's throwing a little attitude towards the Detroit Lions by going straight up Eminem. I'm back, baby. Ooh. Yeah.
I like this.
Come on, going Slim Shady. I'm back.
Come on, bruh.
And you got to think about like what is everybody what's gonna bring the most out of your teammates, what's gonna sound right in that post O'Connell speech. Boom, hits I'm back, and then he's looking over at the Motor City going, I took your boy. What are you gonna do about it?
I know that's such an insult, taking the Lions like one of their top fans.
That's it. That's it right there. So 651-989-ROCK is the KQ Talking text line. You want to give us a suggestion or 12? Go right ahead. The Monday morning mixtape. We will be filling it up all morning long. Hey, good news for science fans. Not the Nobel Prizes, the ignoble, if you will. The silliest in the world of science. The ignoble prizes are out. You will not want to miss these. That's 5 minutes and 2 songs from right now. Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. The Ig Nobel Prizes. Ignoble. Nobel. That have been announced this year. It's like the Nobel Prize for the weirdest and dumbest insights that science is offering us for the year 2025.
Here's the actual description of how they list it.
Please.
It's a satirical prize awarded since 1991 to promote public engagement with scientific research. It aims to honor achievements that first make people laugh and then make them think.
Okay.
So that's like the actual definition. I thought.
So
was
this maybe is a prize that we could actually win.
Could be.
This is our goal.
I like to think of ourselves as we're weekend scientists around here.
That's right, for sure.
I'll do things like I'll dump out. Sometimes you're like, I got to replace all the ice. The freezer. You just want to dip the ice thing, and then I'll just determine like how long does it take to melt the ice if I turn the sink on, if I turn the faucet on at like say room temperature water, and then hot water, and then I'll do that. And Rosemary would be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's science. Everything to me is science." I'm in the middle of an important investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the faucet that runs or can spray?
Both.
Okay. I like to do hot water and spray because it makes it fall apart really fast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I don't know if it's science or me being 6 years old, but it's fun.
Do you have any idea how long it takes for me with a hair dryer to dry my underarms after a shower? I can tell you.
38 seconds.
Man, on a good day.
Yeah.
Because I like to do the cool setting. Hey, so here's a few of these that I'm very excited about because the first one that jumps off the sheet to me, the biology prize.
Okay.
It went to a study that was done by real people in the world of science. Lab coats and everything. Beakers, goggles. They probably had it all. Cows that were painted with zebra-like stripes. Okay? Not zebras, but cows painted to look like zebras.
Okay.
It's been determined are 50% less likely to be bitten by flies. How about that?
There we go.
What?
I wonder if that applies to humans and mosquitoes.
I don't know, but I'm certainly going to paint myself like a zebra next summer.
Yeah, man. I mean, what about it?
I'm like one of those strips that you hang that attracts flies and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I'm one of those.
Yep.
So I'll totally paint my legs zebra.
I think that'd be kind of cool, man.
I think you got to do the whole body or it's not going to work.
That's fine. I'd be willing to do that at the height of summer.
How about this? The Engineering Design Prize went to a team that researched, quote, how foul-smelling shoes affect the good experience of using a shoe rack.
Wait.
What?
Does anyone have a shoe rack?
What?
No.
Okay.
What is this, 1897?
What's the fun of having a shoe rack? Then you don't have to dig through the shoes to find the matching the second shoe.
Yeah. If by the time you're buying extra stuff to keep your shoes all straight, you've got way too much time and money on your hands. That's really true. The chemistry prize went to experiments that were analyzing, quote, whether eating Teflon would be an effective way to increase food volume without extra calories.
What?
Okay.
Eating is that even? Can you eat Teflon without getting poisoned?
Apparently so.
Okay.
Or maybe the poison leads to the fact that you don't intake any calories ever again.
It just slides. Everything just slides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could
You don't
be.
have to grease it.
That could be a pretty strong one right there. We've still got. All right, I'm gonna give you a few more. God, the list goes on for. We don't have possibly have time for all these, but I'll give you the top 3 after we take a listen to this one. A little something they call
guys.
What's the Storing Morning Glory? No, wait. I'm sorry. This is the one I love.
Same but different.
Yeah, this is where What's the Story Morning Glory came from. In case you're. Anyway, here's REM. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Just to clarify what the heck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Noel Gallagher wrote What's the Story Morning Glory. He ripped that riff off, and he claimed it very clearly.
Yeah.
When asked, that sounds like the REM song, the one I love, he goes, yeah, that's where I stole it from. I just needed to get that out there. I didn't want you to think I was casting aspersions.
or picking on anybody.
No, not at all.
Right.
We're talking about the Ig Nobel prizes, the weirdest and dumbest insights that science has offered us this year. Here's my favorite 3. Ready?
Bring them on.
The Pediatrics Prize went to a team that investigated what a nursing infant experiences when their mother eats garlic.
As somebody who is accused of just oozing the scent of garlic by my husband, the super smeller, anytime I eat garlic, I am curious as to what happens. Like, does their face pucker? What's going on?
No, they're completely immune from vampire attacks. Yeah. That's how that works. If you want to get your baby safe from vampires, give mom some garlic.
Number 1 parenting concern.
I played music for a while with a Welsh band called Stereophonics, and the touring guitarist, a guy named Scott James, his mother was a taster, like for a food company. She had the most defined sense. Her taste buds were like on steroids, and she could determine just any number. If you gave her she would tell you every spice that's involved in like a chili or anything.
Right.
Wow.
And he inherited an awful lot of that. He was so sensitive to garlic in foods. I mean, he would beg, like, please tell me there's no garlic in this. If there was like, if he ate a dish that was prepared in a skillet that had previously had garlic, he could taste it. That was he had a rough go of it in life.
Wow.
With that sort of thing.
That is rough.
The nutrition prize for this year's Ig Nobel prizes was awarded to researchers who have determined, with study, again, lab coats, beakers, the whole bit. These are scientists.
Yeah.
Rainbow lizards. Rainbow lizards, that's a lizard.
Okay.
They prefer 4 cheese to any other type of pizza. That's right.
So I'm a rainbow lizard.
You're a rainbow lizard.
Excellent.
That's right. 4 cheese.
4 cheese.
That's right.
Well,
and then finally,
it's a boring lizard.
Here's the best. The Literature Prize, it was awarded posthumously to a man, quote, for persistently recording and analyzing the rate of growth of one of his fingernails over a period of 35 years.
God, that takes commitment.
It certainly does.
Like, think about how many times you think during that process he went, damn it, I forgot to document my fingernails 2 days ago or whatever.
No confirmation yet. Word on the street is this man's name was, Kaczynski. Yeah, that explains it.
That makes a ton of sense, actually.
All right, headlines in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. I saw Foo Fighters played a couple clubs over the weekend, I believe, or definitely one. Yeah, like a 200-seater, tiny little place out in somewhere in D.C.
Dress rehearsal.
Yeah. Little bar that I believe Dave Grohl owns. It's good to have your own bar.
Yeah,
sure.
Nice.
Yeah. It's called the Black Cat, and I went there with Dave Grohl in 2008. I played the 930 Club across the way, down the road, and he showed up at the gig, and afterwards he goes, let's go to this bar around the corner. And then as we were walking there, he goes, yeah, I own it. And I was like, oh
nice.
Cool, good for you. And we got there, and he didn't have an ID, and the bartender wouldn't serve him a beer.
Really?
And I was like, he just thought it was hilarious.
Is that your best or worst employee as a bartender or as a bar owner?
He was fine with it. He goes, hey, he goes, no, that's cool. That's cool. And she's just looking at him like, sorry. And he's like, hey, is Mike here, the manager? And she's like, yeah. And the manager comes out and he takes one look and he looks at the bartender and goes, give him a beer. And she's like, sorry, I didn't know who he was. Like, wow.
Doing their job.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I went to Farm Aid on Saturday. And, okay. How
was it?
It was baked in. I was going to like it.
Okay,
I
good.
actually loved it.
Nice.
What an awesome event. First time I'd ever been in that stadium. I mean, I've not been to a football game there, and there's not been a lot of concerts. Really, really good. I mean, towards the end of the day, it was a long day. John Mellencamp came out and just right what the doctor ordered. Of all the people I was looking forward to see, I guess I take him for granted. I like Mellencamp's songs. I like him, blah, blah, blah. But he walked out and it was just like this jolt of energy, just like, oh, yeah, he's just always pissed off, isn't he? And it works. I mean, it was just like got everybody going.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan came out. Just, you couldn't see him. Didn't matter where you were. If you were on stage, you wouldn't have seen him. It was like there's barely any lights on stage. Even on the big cameras, there was nothing. There's just no visuals to. I assume it was actually him. It wasn't a sound-alike playing piano and singing. But came out all along the Watchtower. Opens with that. Threw in a Highway 61 Revisited. Don't think twice. It's all right. I mean, it was just like, well, amazed. Doing the songs everybody wants to hear.
Sure.
Neil Young came out and just absolutely delivered with his band, the Chrome Hearts. Big Crime is a song he just recently released. But then Rockin' in the Free World, Southern Man, Hey, Hey, My.
Yeah,
Old
buddy.
Man. I mean, come on. He was getting it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Willie Nelson came out and played for a while. I mean, a long, lengthy set list. Just tremendous. The vibe in the stadium was fantastic. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have expected it to be otherwise, but it just had that thing of like, oh yeah, this is such a great cause, and there's a whole lot of people here that this means the world to, and you just felt this gratitude, and a sense of real community just in the air, very clear. And I mean, you might go, well, duh, it's Farm Aid, but to feel it is to be there and feel it is very different than to see it and imagine it. So I really enjoyed it. Whoever told Dave Matthews just keep playing, I have a word or two, a bone to pick with you. But otherwise, every performer I saw was great. I just mentioned the biggest names. But yeah, Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds, they played for, I think, 6 hours.
Ooh.
6 hours, wow.
Golly, it's like, okay, enough already.
Did this one make the encore?
Yeah.
Nice.
Solo. The band, he whipped that one out by himself.
I actually have to give a shout out to my buddy Corey Wong. He's a studio guitarist. He tours as well.
Oh, sure.
You know the name Corey Wong?
I know the man, Corey Wong.
He played Farm Aid pretty well. I was scrolling the Instagram machine. He purposely was sucking on a chili dog, as John Mellencamp said, sucking on a chili dog. It was a pretty solid reel that was that was well played.
And then points for Huntington Bank Stadium for getting chili dog on the menu. Nice work there. Yes.
It was a great day.
What did Rosemary think on the show? Because I know she's the number one reason that you went. Is she's such a huge Neil Young fan?
She loved it.
Okay,
we were thrilled. We went. Stephen Hayden went with us. The three of us went down there. We had a great time. No, she was thrilled. She like me. She liked every bit of it. Like everybody we saw, the whole thing. It was a really, really good time. It just felt really nice. Most importantly, I got a great parking. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
There we go.
Yeah, it's always a good day.
That's huge.
Hey, why don't we give away tickets to an upcoming show, and why don't we play a game in order to do so? I mean, that's cool, right? Gorman in the Morning Yearbook coming up in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the Morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Monday, September the 22nd. And hey, check this out. Let's see, March the 14th, which will be here sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Michael Shannon and Jason Narducci and friends are going to play REM's Life's Rich Pageant at First Avenue, and then a bunch of other REM songs. This is the 3rd or 4th year in a row these guys have been out doing REM songs, performing with a really great band. We want to give away tickets to see this show. You can win them by texting the correct answer to this week's Gorman in the Morning Yearbook. Ryder is about to give us a little bit of information, 3 situations. We've got some, you got a TV event, you got a song out, you got, who knows, a headline. We got all kinds of things. Your job is just to figure out what year all these things happened.
Yeah, I think the headline's going to make it really, really, really easy, this one. So
here
we
boy.
go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So here's a big headline in Minnesota from this year. Okay, biggest TV event of the year, and it's coming to our town. It's freaking massive. And Don Shelby and Cindy Hilger, I think it is, only have one microphone between them. They've got to pass it back and forth.
It's great.
I felt so bad. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
man, you can't even get 2 mics in front of the dome. All right.
No, that would have cost too much.
That was a big headline in Minnesota from that year. Here's something huge that happened on TV. There was a giant national conversation about this thing that happened on TV, and my mom was real lit up about it.
Yes, there was.
Yes.
Good gracious. I haven't thought about that in forever. It was
seems
crazy.
So quaint now.
Yep.
All right, and this was a song that came out in the year we're looking for.
It's going to make me cry. Didn't expect to hear Harvest Moon this early in the morning. Whew, baby.
All right.
Yeah,
I think Steve's locked in.
I got it. No questions asked.
Fletcher, are you solid too?
Oh God, yeah. As soon as I realized what the event was, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so if you know the year, text 651-989-ROCK. Text in the year. One person who gets the year right, one correct answer will score tickets to the show at First Ave on March 14th. We will figure out what year this is after we hear this from Guns N' Roses. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It's Monday, so we're putting together a Monday morning mixtape. Carson Wentz celebration songs.
Yeah.
That song we just heard could have been a J.J. McCarthy mixtape song from a week ago, but now Carson Wentz has come in like the breath of fresh air he's always been. 6 teams in 6 years, maybe not, but
he's a recurring breath of fresh air.
Hey man, we're taking all. We'll take all we can get right here. So 651-989-ROCK. No shortage of suggestions have come in on the talk and text line.
Yeah, Papa Paul came in right away with Thunderstruck by AC/DC, which, and we've used this on multiple mixtapes, but his reason being it's the North Dakota State Bison theme song. So that's very probable.
I like any excuse to play Thunderstruck.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that.
I didn't know the Bison were rocking Thunderstruck. I got to pay more attention to these things. So you got the Bison rocking that, and then you got the Virginia Tech Hokies going Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of rock representation.
No question.
Mike and John both cited "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor, which I don't know if I can see this one in the locker room. But
maybe just shoving that in the Bengals' faces.
Perhaps.
They are. We beat those Bengal Tigers down.
They are tigers of a sort. Yeah,
like the redheaded stepchildren that they are.
So you had one.
Oh,
another one. Huh?
I a few thoughts, but I look at Carson Wentz and I see a guy who, the league's been trying to kill him and they just aren't able to. He's laying down, he's there, he's prone, and then suddenly, boom, he just sits right up. A la Michael Myers. That's right. Try all you want. Yes. He ain't going anywhere.
And that is his bit, right? He's laying down and he gets up.
Back.
That's kind of the Michael Myers thing, right?
That's the thing, man. Yeah. He sits right up.
Ooh, that kind of hits right there.
Come on, man. When they announce it at the next home game, when they announce him, he should run onto the field with the Halloween theme song playing.
I'm sure they could get their DJ to do some, ridiculous mix to this or something. Sure. I kind of like that, actually.
By the way, that song not only featured prominently in, of course, John Carpenter's Halloween. John Carpenter himself wrote that song.
Oh, no, he really?
Really?
Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My man JC was doing it all, baby.
Yeah, he's got that's a well-rounded fella right there. Creativity.
That's it. 651-989-ROCK. Let's load up the mixtape, shall we? Carson Wentz is celebrating. We're all celebrating. We're all feeling pretty good. Aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Do your Lions play tonight?
They do.
I just realized. Wait, I didn't see them all day yesterday. So who are they playing?
They're playing the Ravens.
Oh, that's right. Of course.
That's a big battle.
Last time they played the Ravens, they lost badly. I think it was like 51-6 or something very embarrassing. So
Yowza.
Every muscle in my body just clenched right now.
That's right. Sorry. I you know what? I mean,
you're not sorry.
Where is the game?
Yeah, I was going to say at home or on the road?
It's in Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore.
You know what? It's going to go exactly. If they got smoked last time and it's in Baltimore, everything's saying that they're going to get smoked again. You watch. They'll show up.
The last time I saw a Ravens game in Baltimore, it was a preseason game. It was Mark Sanchez his first ever start for the New York Jets. And on consecutive snaps, he threw 2 pick sixes.
Yeah.
I mean,
checks out.
Threw one, they scored. The next series of downs, first down, rolls out, throws another one. And it was like, wow, he's going to have a hard time in this league.
Sanchez effect.
It was pretty great. By the way, Baltimore preseason games, far more exciting, far more insane the vibe than any Tennessee Titans playoff game I ever attended. Those people really love those Ravens. Gorman in the morning. We're back in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It is September 22nd at 1:19 p.m. today.
1:19?
1:19 Central Time.
Okay.
It will officially be fall.
It's equinox, right?
That's right.
Smack dab in the middle of this sucker.
That's when the autumnal equinox actually hits, 1:19 p.m. today. And I know a lot of people that are always going to tell you it's the best time of year. I love fall.
Nah.
It's my favorite season. You're raising your hand, Paul Fletcher.
Because I agree, 100%. Fall and winter are the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I love spring, too, but summer can just go away. I don't need it.
That's just, you're just a sweaty guy.
Yeah, I'm a sweaty guy.
You're a hot guy.
This is a me thing, it's not summer's fault.
So, but fall is there's a lot of, there are a lot of good things about fall. You're just knee deep in football, and I do like the changing seasons. I like that first cold snap. Yeah. But there's a few things about the fall I can do without. The one thing I like it when it gets cooler, but I don't like the fluctuating days where, you leave your house and it's 51 degrees, and then later in the day it's 77 degrees, and then later that night it's 49 degrees. I like to just go with what I'm wearing all day long, and for these next few weeks I'm gonna be it's not gonna happen.
You know what, that's
there's no consistency.
That's a completely fair point. You're right. Have you ever had one of those thermostats that goes both ways where it can just fly, you can set it to go heat and air conditioning? Because you almost need it with these kinds of days.
No, I live in the 21st century. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, we've had one of those before. We don't have it now, but we've had it before where you can set the air and the heat and you have to choose. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I'm missing out.
That's a couple houses ago. I wish we had that one back.
What is it? What about the fall is a little overrated? Let's talk about things in the fall, the autumn, if you will, that we don't love. Ryder, you got anything about the autumnal season that we are now entering that you're not crazy about?
I got a handful of things that grind my gears.
Okay.
Apple picking. This is not a date. This is manual labor. Do either of you know how many pounds of fruit are in a bushel of apples?
No, I have no idea.
It is 42 pounds.
That's a lot of apples.
Yes.
In a bushel?
So you're hauling around roughly 120 medium-sized apples. This is not a date.
Now, have you ever gone apple picking on what some beau thought was a date?
No, because I got this weird allergy to apples. So maybe that's what makes me so bitter.
Really?
That's
you have an allergy to apples?
Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much, but they make my mouth itch, and it's some kind of thing that can't wash off. Apple pie is fine. I say screw marathons also. Oktoberfest, the Stein holding. This is the true test of endurance.
That's true.
Game on. And flannel knows no season. We don't need to save it for fall. Steve's wearing it right now.
So wait, let me get this straight. You just threw this aside. Screw marathons? He just walked right past that one.
Yeah.
And I think the Twin Cities Marathon, I believe they try and schedule it within the next couple of weeks. And, pretend like it's this great test of endurance. It's too much. Somebody died doing it.
Yeah.
Like the very first dude.
Yeah.
Yes. So we need to get on that German Stein holding.
All right, I dig that.
Yeah.
I've been to I've been in Munich in Bavaria during the Oktoberfest, which over there it's like late September when it was kicking off, and I've been to one of those beer gardens.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't. I couldn't have possibly. I would have just been embarrassing because watching people do that, the Stein holding thing, but more impressively watching what was the word? I don't know, beer wench, but the women walking around with 6 or 8 of those giant steins in each hand.
I know.
And I'm just staring at their forearms and wrists going, my God, how are you that strong? Pretty impressive.
Beauty.
There's a guy that's gone viral on TikTok because he thinks not only are there things wrong with fall, he thinks fall starts at the wrong time altogether. He thinks we're actually getting the whole season wrong.
Okay.
He says fall is as soon as the leaves are falling. Once September hits,
okay.
So September 1st is when he says fall starts. Leaves are falling. NFL's on TV. Kids are back in school. It's fall. The whole waiting till September 22nd thing is wrong, and he's gone viral for this. You know what? I don't disagree. I think as soon as the state fair's done, it feels like fall to me.
Yeah, but it was 90 degrees last week. I mean, come on.
He even says that. Even if it's still 95, he's like, it doesn't matter.
I like milking out this whole extra month of summer because I don't have kids going back to school, so I just get to enjoy every single ounce of it.
I as I've aged, I've noticed I definitely, when we move the clocks, it affects me far more than it used to. It was wonderful to be a young adult with no concept of time or day of the week anyway. But I do get the seasonal affective disorder, with the acronym, of course, SAD.
You get sad.
As the days get shorter, I do get a little bummed out. You know, when I'm looking at the 4:05 sunset, it's like, oh man,
yeah,
come on, you know. So that gets me out a little bit. 651-989 Rock. What are some unpopular theories about the autumn? And I'm going to throw this one out there just to really wind it up. And I say it every year. I don't need turkey, man. Just give me ham.
Wow.
Just give me ham and all the fixins on Thanksgiving.
I think I've got the number one answer on the board. We can save it.
The best turkey I've ever had was okay. It was good.
It's fine.
But a good ham is great.
But turkey needs stuff with it.
It absolutely does.
You know what I mean? By itself, it's not that impressive.
No, I'm with you. 651-989 Rock. Let us know what you're not looking forward to for your autumn. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. We're talking about things about the fall we don't love. I know it's everyone's favorite season.
Yeah.
But there's plenty to just nitpick, if you will. 651-989 Rock.
Well, first we got a text from a 612 talking about he's taking he's objecting to your turkey take.
Okay.
Come on, Gorm. First with the M&M, which the M&M, by the way, I thought was spot on.
Sure.
Try a turkey sandwich with mayo and lettuce.
Yeah.
What? That sounds like no flavor and then some more no flavor and then another little
exactly
slice of
right.
no flavor right in there.
Why don't you just dip it in water? I mean, come on. It's like a Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Dunk it in water.
Yeah.
But furthermore, to your point, like he's like, try a turkey sandwich with mayo and lettuce. You have to add to it because the turkey cannot stand on its own.
No, I'm fine with turkey as long as there's plenty of gravy. I mean, that's but you have to have that. But you give me just a shank of ham, it doesn't need anything.
No,
just
it doesn't.
Give me the ham.
You're absolutely right. Matt is my new best friend.
Okay.
Matt's text is spot on. It's the number one answer on the board. Pumpkin spiced everything. Just stop.
Okay.
That's, you know what? The people at Pumpkin, what did you call in the past? Like Big Pumpkin? That would be who they'd be, right? Big Pumpkin.
Sure.
Yeah, the Big Pumpkin spice people. Take a couple weeks off. You just like seriously, they're overworked. They're getting their crap into everything. And enough already.
I know that fall is also, we talked about the leaves start to turn, the raking of leaves, you know, it's funny because I raking leaves, and I grew up in a big leaf raking family, just used to grind my gear. Like, I never minded cutting the grass. I don't mind doing the weed eater. I don't mind cleaning gutters, all that yard work stuff we would do. But man, you put a rake in my hands and it would be like, it's like when I was a kid and you'd take me to a mall, I would just immediately fall asleep. It's like, I'm exhausted. To this day, I can't stand malls. If I walk in, it's like I have to have a targeted strike list.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go here and look for this, and then we're going to go here and look for that. If I'm meandering around a mall, I just start yawning. It's like I might as well be in chemistry class. There's something about it. And and raking leaves was the exact same thing. I mean, it's just instantly something about my central nervous system shuts down. And as a homeowner, as an adult, I got to the point where I was like, well, I'm just not going to, I don't care.
What do I care about leaves?
Leaves are great. They're gonna disintegrate over the winter. They probably help the soil, blah, blah, blah. And I've had 2 different interactions in my adult life with a neighbor who's like, you're just going to let those leaves? Like some guy walking down the street and calls me, is this your house? I'm like, does it matter to you? You know, I'm always like, get out of here. And at 2 different times, I've had people like, aren't you going to take care of these leaves? I'm like, they're doing just fine on their own.
Yeah, the nature nerds are on your side. You're supposed to just leave them.
Yep, that's right.
I have 3 giant old trees. and I don't rake a single leaf all year long. I might blow them off the driveway, but put them back onto the grass.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. And you know what? Raking is. I'd love to hear from somebody who's in shape. Okay, because I'm not.
Yeah.
But I think even if you're in shape, raking is arduous, man. That is hard work. That's tough labor, man. Pulling those things through the grass, not easy.
I did have a house. Grew up in a house with not one but two apple trees in the backyard, and just to go, when those things start falling off the tree, you gotta pick them up, or it's a mess.
Yeah.
Mushy apples that are disintegrating. It's just nasty, and just the idea of just picking up apples by the thousands just to throw them away, never cool. Now the occasional pie was a good thing.
Game on.
Every now and again, Imelda would be like, "Oh, bring me a bag of apples," and she'd whip out a pie, and it was like, that was worth it. But then the next, 5 weeks of just picking up apple after apple, a real drag, to be sure.
We've gotten a bunch more texts on the pumpkin spice thing. That is I said before we did this that I thought that's the number one answer on the board, and the texts have responded and tend to agree. Pumpkin spice just needs to go away.
Just real quick from Liz on the text line, I picked 191 apples in the backyard yesterday. That was half a day's worth.
Wow.
Liz.
Damn.
That's a lot of apples right
she
there.
She can drop some off. If
Man, that's pretty fantastic. Let us know what about the fall is overrated. 651-989 Rock. We're back with headlines in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS, Nirvana About a Girl. Ryder, have you heard Nirvana before? Have you listened to that band?
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice?
Yeah, they got a pretty big drummer, right?
Good songs.
Yes.
Good songs. Real catchy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, are those things catchy. It is Monday. It is September 22nd. Autumn is upon us. At 1:19 this afternoon, we are officially crossing the Rubicon. Don't look back on the summer that was. Right now, I'm feeling Minnesota. Paul Fletcher, give me some headlines.
The 16th Twin Cities Film Festival is happening this year, featuring over 150 movies with screens hosted at the West End and Edina. The lineup includes movies from major film studios, independent films, and movies from Minnesotan filmmakers as well. It runs October 16th to the 25th. It opens with Hamnet, which just won the People's Choice Award at the Toronto International Film Festival. And by the way, you can check out everything going on with the festival at twincitiesfilm.org.
Okay, then. I have looked up this Hamnet. It is not it's not a satirical take on Hamlet. It's not that at all.
Oh, okay.
You've got a relationship between, it's about William Shakespeare and his wife Agnes and sad things that happen in their real lives. So there you have it.
We've got a couple of decent stars that are going to be in town as well. R.J. Mitty from Breaking Bad, Vincent Kartheiser from Mad Men, and Jacob Tremblay, who was in Room. He was the little boy in Room, which that movie was.
Never saw it.
Oh, man. It was intense, to say the least.
And Vincent Kartheiser, he was in Mad Men. He was, I can see him. He was married to Alison Brie. He was just kind of a...
Oh, Peter?
Peter.
Okay.
Yeah, what a mess that guy was. What a mess they all were. Who wasn't a mess on Mad Men?
They really were.
Man, what a great show, though.
So there you go. Twin Cities Film Fest, October 16th is when it gets started. Scientists are watching a newly discovered object in space, and most of them agree it's a comet, but not all of them agree. A Harvard scientist who believes he's seen proof of alien life before suspects this object may instead have alien origins. Here, check this out.
I think that when we have a blind date from a visitor from another star, all bets are off. We shouldn't assume anything.
We have a blind date with a visitor from another star.
That is Professor Avi Loeb.
Man.
He said there are clear signs that the comet could be an alien craft. He and his team say the interstellar object is on an extremely unusual course for a comet, one that will take it close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Loeb said the object appears to be, quote, intelligently directed, and if it is an alien, the world should prepare. NASA says the comet poses no threat to Earth and will remain far away.
The least surprising part of that whole thing is that this man claims to have seen alien life before. Of course he does. These guys, you never have a guy who's like a scientist at Harvard who's like, for the first time, I've seen alien life. They've already always seen it before. I want to go back to the early days, I was a child on my farm and the aliens came down offering many, many chocolates. Kinder chocolates with a little surprise in the egg.
Yes.
No, those weren't aliens, dude. They were just people visiting from Italy. It's okay.
They got green suits at Spirit Halloween. A law has just officially passed in Connecticut. And if you want to marry your first cousin, you're going to have to do it in the next week or so before it becomes illegal. Here are people in the state talking about their brand new law.
It's pretty wild. I mean, I would have never thought about marrying my first cousin. It didn't really enter my mind, but, hey, whatever floats your boat. I did get married, not to my cousin, though, last year. Hi, honey.
It's just so wrong because of the birth defects.
Yeah.
I think people love who they love, and the government should have no say in that.
What?
Different strokes for different folks, but, it's going to mess up the DNA a little bit if you start mixing and crossing those wires.
There's your
Crossing
science
those
for
wires.
today.
Wow. They got opinions from every aspect, that's for
They
sure.
certainly did. They did not ask any members of the Windsor family over in England.
Yeah.
Those royal families, boy, there's some cousin marrying freaks over there.
Oh, yeah.
Centuries now. What are the if I knew somebody who was like, I think I'm in love with my first cousin, what do you say to that? Like, there's like billions of other people on the planet, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe just go outside the gene tree. I don't know.
So we checked in earlier. You cannot marry your first cousin in Minnesota, but according to AI, and so I might get corrected on this, you can marry your first cousin in Wisconsin.
Oh, boy.
The one restriction is that it has to be a woman who's at least 55 years of age or older.
Oh, okay. As long as,
Wow.
if you're not planning to reproduce, if there's no reproduction involved,
It's still creepy.
well,
yeah.
maybe you didn't know the person all that well. Maybe you realized you were cousins after the fact.
Okay, I guess if it's
In
a
those
long lost
situations-
blah 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 thing, and
Yeah.
you're 60 and you find out when you take the blood test, I'll give you that one. Man.
Yeah, it's still weird no matter how you
Weird.
shake it. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I got.
The Minnesota Twins are done for the year at home anyway.
Okay.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's a sigh of relief.
Feels pretty good. This was
Yeah.
the lowest attendance since 2000 back at the Metrodome
Ooh.
for a season of Twins baseball.
Yikes.
And just a quick reminder, the Pohlads, remember they announced a year ago we're selling, and then they announced about a month ago, no, we're not.
Never mind.
Psych! Haven't had anybody say the word psych since the Pohlads were relevant, so that kind of makes sense.
That checks out.
How about the Minnesota Vikings? Carson Wentz comes back into town. The team he grew up cheering for gets his first start and leads them to a 48-10 win over the Cincinnati Bengals. This is their most lopsided victory since 1998.
Ooh,
Wow.
really?
They beat the Jaguars back then 50-10. What a crazy game, full of all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Will Reichard ended the first half with a franchise record 62-yard field goal. Why not?
Nice.
Just go out there and kick that ball a mile. That made it at halftime 34-3.
Wow.
If you're wondering, the Vikings forced 5 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Isaiah Rodgers, who came over from the Eagles in the offseason, put together a historic game. He's the first player in NFL history to cause 2 fumbles, run a fumble back for a touchdown, and a pick-6 interception all in one game, and he had done all of that by halftime. Well
Nice.
done, Isaiah Rodgers, a 6th-round pick by the Colts in 2020. He is now here, and suffice to say, that will be your defensive player of the week in the NFL.
I don't know how it's
unless
not.
something truly astonishing happens tonight.
Yeah.
It
Kirby
could.
Joseph, I'm looking at you.
All right, let's go. Let's see. The Minnesota Lynx are in the second round of the playoffs, the semifinals for the WNBA. A home victory yesterday over Phoenix in Game 1, 82-69. Courtney Williams, 23 points for the Lynx. Kayla McBride had 21. Collier added 18 and 9 rebounds. The game went exactly as you would expect. They are the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Tough start, though. They were down 7 at the half, the Lynx were. Phoenix was just pounding them in the paint. I think like 40 of their 47 first half points all in the lane. At halftime, it was like, hey, guys, can we play some interior defense? And the answer was, why, yes, we can.
Yeah.
And they turned it right around and rolled, which was a beautiful thing to see. Osseo.
Yeah. Remember that time we went to the American Legion?
I remember it very well.
Yeah, it was good times, man.
I met the Fletcher seniors there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did. Yeah, the parents came out for that one. That was kind of good. It
was a lovely
cool.
night.
Yeah, it was cool.
Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, pretty big band.
Yeah.
And then she decides, these people are kind of crazy. I'm going to make a solo record. And she calls Jimmy Iovine, and she's like, hey, you're producing all the big people. Why don't you produce me? And she was hanging out with Tom Petty a lot at the time. And, of course, the first single from her record was the duet with Tom Petty, right?
Okay.
Stop Dragging My Heart Around. But then she had a follow-up to that. And the song was actually written after a conversation with Tom Petty's wife at the time. Stevie Nicks just said, when did you guys meet? And she had a very strong Southern accent. And Tom's wife said, at the age of we were the age of 17. And Stevie thought she said, at the edge of 17. That's what she heard her say. Okay. She goes, edge of 17, that's kind of cool. I'm going to write a song about it. And then later found out, oh, no, you misheard that entirely. But, hey, you know what? Who cares where the inspiration comes from? It worked.
That's right.
This is the edge, not the age, the edge of 17. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Mm-hmm. All of us who are happily betrothed, the married types out there, every now and again you find yourself going, what's going on here? We gotta perk things up. Getting a little stale. Marriage is getting a little hard. We're arguing all the time. We're this, we're that, the other. It's a lot of work, is what I'm getting at.
That's true. Yeah.
You just don't expect to go long term with a marriage unless you're willing to put it all on the table and work through it and talk about it and compromise, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct.
Matthew McConaughey, actor, dude. General good old Texan.
General inspirationalist.
Has come along to say, you know what, man? You want to get that marriage back on track? You got to shrink. You gotta have some shrinkage.
I need to lose weight?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, probably wouldn't hurt just for across the board. We could all drop a few.
Yeah.
I'm certainly right there with you. No, shrinkage is your friend. And I don't mean the kind of shrinkage like you jump into the cold pool. He says, hey, man, get rid of that king-size bed. Go downsize, go to the queen, stay closer even in your sleep. He said, I woke up one morning, I'm looking over there, and Camilla's like a football field away, man. And then you go to bed at night, you want to snuggle, and you're like, well, come about 12 feet, and I'll meet you in the middle about 12 feet. No, man, you got to get close. You got to stay close to each other. The way he likes to throw those S's out there like that.
Yes, he
Get
does.
rid of that son of a... Got a queen size. We're shoulder to shoulder. I'm telling you, it's good for the marriage.
Oh, man.
Rosemary and I started off as a married couple in the 90s with a queen size bed.
Okay.
Same.
And we held on to that thing for a long time. In fact, I believe it was 2000. So 94, we were married. We lived together from 92. 2006, we got a king size bed. And all I remember thinking was, what on earth were we thinking not having this bed before?
Correct.
Because, you get the king-size bed. Now, at that point, we had two kids who were, every now and again, they have a bad dream. They come running in. They want to jump up and snuggle.
Oh, yeah.
At that time, we had a dog that was pretty sizable. We still have a sizable dog now. The idea that we would go back to a queen-size bed is absolutely impossible to imagine.
It's preposterous and insane. I don't think he's got any merit here whatsoever. Because even when we were newlyweds and we were all about touchy-feely all the time, right?
Yeah.
Not that we aren't, but back then, it was still, we had a rule that we totally agreed on, and that is once it's time to go to sleep, I don't want you touching me.
Yeah, okay.
And so the king size, I mean, if quite honestly, we're in the market for another bed soon. I'm looking at an Alaskan king or something that's just absurdly big.
Not a boy.
Give me more room.
How
Wow.
big is the Alaskan king? I know a
That's
California
108.
king.
It's huge,
I've never
yeah.
even heard of an Alaskan king.
So a typical king is 76 inches wide.
Okay.
The Alaskan is 108 inches wide.
Ooh.
Good God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
Okay.
Bring it on.
I don't know if I have a room in my house that would fit a bed that size.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, fair enough. That's true.
Yeah, no, we rock the king, but no matter what happens, no matter how the night starts, the night does end with Chauncey Gorman up there on that bed as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair enough. Yep.
I don't wake up without him like, oh, for God's sakes. And then you top off the fact that he and the cat get along now finally after almost a decade. And now Milo's up there with us too. It's like, oh, for God's sakes, please. I think they're all just trying to get rid of me. But Rosemary was the one who said, let's go king. I was like, you sure? And she was just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure here. Need a little. And here's the thing. When she goes to sleep, she doesn't move. She won't move. She'll stay still for 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm married to one of those.
rolling around. I'm moving around like there's no tomorrow. So she just got tired of being kicked and smacked and roughed up. And she's always like, look how much room you're taking.
I have glimpsed my future, and I believe it's a king-size bed.
Yeah, it is.
I can't imagine going back.
I think McConaughey's not only wrong, but I think he's the other way. I think that a king size makes your marriage better, because what's better than you get along better when you're in a good mood, and you're in a good mood when you get a good night's sleep. Usually.
Oh yeah.
That checks out to me.
Hell yeah.
I'm totally cool with me. You wake up, you feeling good, you've had a good night's sleep, and you think to yourself, hey man, it's a beautiful day. And then you think, oh man, that makes me want to hear that song that you two wrote about it. And then you put it on and it sounds just like this. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. All right, here is your last word for the day. 2001. Let's go back 24 years. A 13-year-old Boy Scout by the name of Cody Clausen faced a terrifying ordeal. He was right near Yellowstone National Park. He went missing, lost his way. He was in the very rugged wilderness with no way to call for help for 18 hours. Again, he was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Knowledge, preparation, calm thinking under pressure can save lives, and Cody Clausen, as he was a Boy Scout, thankfully had all three going for him. He thought to himself, hang on, let me see what I can do here. Took his belt buckle off and was flashing sunlight into his belt buckle and signaled to a helicopter flying overhead.
Oh, wow.
He thought maybe they're looking for me. Maybe I can signal this helicopter.
Heck yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
The helicopter spotted him, phoned in, went down, landed. Hey, I think we see something. Turns out the day was saved. And just as a reminder, hey, man, always go out in the woods with a belt buckle. And he was okay.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I left out the coolest part of the story. The helicopter pilot was Harrison Ford.
No way.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
friggin'.
Can you imagine a
mini
helicopter?
MacGyver there.
Oh my God, I'm saved. And you run to the open field in the wilderness where the helicopter lands and Han Solo steps out.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, Cody.
Yeah.
Let's
Or if he
go.
had the hat on, Indiana Jones.
How
Come
about
on.
that? How about that? Yeah.
Hopefully he wasn't Indiana Jones, because then if he'd have landed and there were snakes, he'd have been like, I hate snakes, and he'd have left.
Harry Ford, nice job, bud.
Hell yeah.
Way to
impressive.
go be a movie star and save a kid's life.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Tomorrow on this very show, we're going to play WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. That's my edition tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
We're going to be giving away Adam Sandler tickets. We're also going to have a few speed tracks to play with. Those are always a lot of fun. What's coming up
yeah.
next, Fletcher?
I've got 2 more opportunities at $5K a day, $1,000 per keyword. So be listening for those around 12:30 and 2:30. Do you guys still remember the correct lyrics to "It's the End of the World as We Know It"? Because I don't remember them.
No, right in one ear and not even in. Just bounced right off the side of my head, actually.
And it doesn't even matter, because the song's still great. And I'm going to kick off the 10 a.m. hour with it.
That makes perfect sense. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.